I have to get new windows in the whole house.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's expensive too.
I had Window World quote $25,000. I was like, this is a double wide trailer. What are you doing? And they quoted me like the best top line. I was like, I was like, I'm a cheap ass. I was like, give me the cheapest you got.
You're up.
They're like, oh, 14,000. I was like,
Just call our April the 2nd, 2026 meeting to order at 10:02 hours. Roll call.
David Turley,
Present.
David Call,
Here.
Sheriff Bobby Eggleton,
Here.
Destiny Newcomb,
Here.
Rob Van Adder,
here.
Lee McCoy. We have a quorum present.
Okay, approve for March the 5th meeting minutes.
Make a motion.
Have a motion, have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Do we have anybody from citizens like to speak today? It's not on the agenda.
All right, so our first unfinished case is Daea case 2025-13, and that is at 20895 Winfield Road in Fraser's Bottom. This case has been tabled since November to allow the landowner time to clean up the property. I did receive contact from the landowner on the 30th. She did request an additional 90 days for cleanup due to the severity of winter. There are recent pictures on that slideshow as well.
I will state that I recently spoke to the landowner to give contacts to scrappers and the haulers and TLC property maintenance for demolition. So hopefully that would.
So this was tabled in November?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll need a motion to take this off the table.
I'll make a motion to take this off the table.
I'll second the motion.
Have a motion, have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so now we're off the table. So there we go.
After speaking to the landowner and giving them all the resources that are available, now that the weather was cleared, I would motion for a 90-day extension on this property.
Do they live out of town? Do the landowners live out of town?
They're local, but they don't live on the property now. But Melissa Beckford she was a representative. That's her brother. She got a hold of me the other day, actually I think the same day that she spoke to here, to get resources and everything like that, because they're finally in the point of being able to get it done. So she does feel confident in the 90-day window, though.
I second.
All right, have a motion, have a second to, extend 90 days
Correct.
per day of 2025-13. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, our next case is Daea case 2025-31, and that is at 36 Lanham Road in Poca. This case was also tabled in November due to lack of notice to the landowner. Notice of complaint was mailed via certified mail 2 times. I guess the landowner passed away and the daughter is responsible, and she has moved from Kentucky to Tennessee and back twice. But she did get her notice of complaint on March the 17th, and we have received phone calls and emails from the original complainant saying that it's only getting worse. So she wanted to make sure that we stayed on top of it, or at least were able to try and make contact. So she has provided an additional address for us to mail things should we not receive a response from her.
And we have not received any response, correct?
No,
But she has
and-
received her letter.
Yes, and according to, this could be hearsay, but according to the complainant, she was informed via word of mouth that the daughter has said that it's not her problem. So I don't know if it's out of sight, out of mind for her, but it does appear as if the property has significantly declined even between the last few months. So hopefully we could get a response from her one way or another.
We can table this for 30 days, no response, then we'll move it forward. I make a motion, we table it for 30 days.
Okay.
I'll second that motion.
Have a motion, have a second to table 2025-31 for another 30 days. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Hang on a second. Real quick, Larry, that was already tabled.
It was, so just,
Do we need to bring it off the table? I need to table it again?
okay.
I'm terribly sorry.
I'll motion to untable Daea case 2025-31.
Second.
Have a motion, have a second to untable 2020-25-31. All
Aye.
in favor?
Aye.
Now I'll make a further motion to retable this for an additional 30 days since she just got her notification on the 17th.
Yes.
I'll second that motion.
All right. Have a motion, have a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, our next case is Daea case 2025-39, and that is at 25 Low Meadow Lane in Poca. We did table this at the last meeting in anticipation of the removal of the trailer off the property. We did receive pictures to show the conditions after removal. You may move to dismiss it.
Untable this.
Okay.
I'll second that motion.
Have a motion to untable 2025-39 and have a second. Is all in favor?
Aye.
I was hoping I got you the picture before you guys went out.
So it was literally either the day before or the day after, so it was like, great, we have pictures. They did remove it.
Yeah.
So from the looks of the pictures, it's gone.
Yes,
It's
the
gone.
structure is removed.
It is
Yeah, because
gone.
we put a complaint on the mobile home park, and then one of the sanitarians went out and double checked that it was gone.
Great. I'll make a motion to dismiss this case.
I'll second that motion.
Have a motion, have a second to dismiss 2025-39. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, on to our new business. We have Daea case 2026-02, and that is 1003 Tays Hollow Road in Hurricane. So we did receive a complaint on January 16th regarding this property with a potentially abandoned structure. Our inspector found that there was overgrown vegetation and a dilapidated structure. A certified letter of notice was mailed out in January and was never received from us back or to the parties. And a second letter was mailed out March the 6th and was received March the 19th. We did receive contact on the 19th stating that potential demolition could begin in the next 60 to 90 days, and we did encourage them to submit a written plan. And we did receive contact again on the 30th and were provided with the update that the side of the woodshed had been covered and there were still things in the house to be removed, but demolition could possibly occur once the personal effects were out of the structure itself.
Would
And
you like to,
yeah,
go ahead. You don't have to stand. Go ahead. Say your name, please.
Mary Catherine Payne.
And you're here in reference to Daea case 2602.
Yeah.
So you're working on it, correct?
Yeah, I live there. I can still go back if the tree hadn't fell on that place, and there's no vegetation whatsoever. The vegetation in front of that house is state road.
It's at the bottom of the hillside.
Yeah, it's at the bottom of the hillside. My yard is always kept mowed.
We are in the process of removing her personal effects from that property. There was an ongoing court case with her eldest son, Michael Paul Payne, to remove him from the property so she could safely deal with her property. Judge Witt just now relieved her on that case. So now we can begin gathering her personal effects and everything. The house is not abandoned. She still goes there on a weekly basis, and she's got barn cats up there that she feeds and everything.
What's the long-term plan for the property?
Huh?
What are you going to do with the property? What are you going to do with the house?
Well, I'm gonna let it stand for a while if the nosy neighbor across the road would leave me alone.
Well, we all got those, but
Yeah, but she's sticking her nose in, this makes the second time she's stuck her nose in.
all right.
And she needs to keep her grandson off the land, it's posted. Purple paint everywhere.
Okay, so I'll ask again, what's your plans? I don't care who answers it, okay? What's your plans after you get your stuff out? What are you going to do with it?
I'd like to leave it, part of it there for my cats to live there. That's the problem. She don't want my cats there. She needs to keep her nosy nose over across the road. She don't want to live up there.
But if that doesn't please the case, we can go ahead, we have plans of demolition and cleanup, I'll be doing part of it. But, there's some historical value to that house. It was built partially out of the old Hurricane train depot.
The logs in the house
Yeah.
came from the old train depot that was in
It
Hurricane.
wasn't the walls, it was the boards, door facings that wide in that house. And that lumber comes from the old,
But the property will be maintained.
yeah. Get ready to go there and mow again.
I'm just, as I understand, the house is the main problem. Is that correct?
Yes, having an unsafe structure like that, I mean, anything that could potentially allow people to get in and plunder around, things like that, it causes a.
You didn't have to wander around, because my brother, that's in that porch.
But yeah, we just want to know if you're going to repair it, replace it, or tear it down.
What,
Well,
There's 4 survivors to the home and, to the land.
it's under heirship executor because it was never probated.
I
So we have to get permission from all 4 siblings to go on with any repairs, removal.
You might want to set that in motion, because if it's not livable, you know, the structure's been, you say a tree fell on it?
Yeah, or
On
around
the
the back,
corner
On
of
the
the house.
kitchen, yeah.
on the corner of it, it didn't.
It
Still
didn't.
got stuff there.
Yeah.
Okay.
The house can, you can actually still live in the house if you wanted to. The roof,
It's mainly
the
just the roof of
roof
the kitchen.
leaks, is all it is.
Does it still have utilities?
No, I had them cut off because
Yeah.
the power company wanted me to have them cut off because the way the big oak tree out back fell, my electric box was right there in the main box in the house. They didn't want to put power back in, but they did for me to get my stuff back. And then I had it cut off. So I just had all the utilities cut out.
You've been there?
I have not.
Dave,
We
you've been
have an inspector that did go out.
I've been on the road there, that's what I was talking to you about.
there? Okay, okay. I'll ask again, what's the long-term plan for this
What do you want
property?
to do with the old home place?
I'd like to keep it.
Is it maintainable?
To me, yeah.
It's not to you. By code, is it maintainable?
Well,
Can you fix it up to where it's not, so they ain't complaining about it?
I probably could put a roof on it.
That'd be a start. Something's got to give with it. It's just, we just can't, once the complaint, whether it's a nosy neighbor or whatever, once it meets the criteria for the code, then we have to take an action, okay? It's not a personal thing, it's a governmental thing.
Well, what about my woodshed? That's a woodshed.
There ain't nothing wrong with that woodshed.
No,
Okay, we're not talking about a woodshed, we're talking about the roof of the house. If you're gonna maintain the roof of the home, then it obviously needs a new roof, right?
yes,
Okay,
well, that tree fell. And
Okay.
the only thing happened was knocked all of my kitchen that never did leak,
okay.
and that was about
Where
it.
are you living now?
I live on 1358 Sleepy Creek Road.
With someone else?
It belongs to Jimmy Salvage. I don't know if you know him or not. His sister passed away, and his brother, the whole family's gone except for him, and he inherited the place.
Okay.
And he gave me a place to live.
Give a plan of action within the next 30 days, what we're going to do with this property, okay? Within the next 30 days, you contact the office, and you give her what you're going to do. So I'm going to make a motion to give you 30 days to make up your mind what you're going to do, whether you're going to tear it down, whether you're going to put a new roof on it, what you're going to do, okay? So you got 30 days. The weather's good now, so after the 30 days, you make up your mind what you're going to do with it, and then we'll move forward. Is that fair enough?
Yeah, well, I'm disabled, so it's hard for me to get in.
Well, I don't expect you to get up on that roof and do anything.
I used to get up on.
I don't doubt it a bit.
I ran dog.
I don't doubt it.
From reading the original complaint, the woodshed wasn't really mentioned in that, so.
They got pictures of it, I've got pictures.
Yeah,
of it.
I mean, I think when encompassing the whole property there, especially like the tatteredness of that, maybe the tarp, whatever. But the woodshed itself is, I mean, it's a fine
Sound
structure, it'll still be there. The camper and stuff like that around it, all of that stuff, I mean, if it's tidied up.
That was the issue.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
issue that Judge Witt helped us with.
Okay.
He is those are Michael Payne's belongings. He was ordered to remove them,
Okay.
And
and
he hasn't done it yet. He's got to call the sheriff department to go with him to get his belongings.
And he'll take forever.
No, he won't.
Yeah.
Help
She's been trying to get him off that land for over 20-some years.
me. See, I had people coming, helping me fix that place, the siding and paint and everything from before they had this program at the Perkin High School kids. Well, he stepped in and run them off and that plan.
And then she had a friend coming in helping her, and he ran her off.
now I did submit a plan of action in writing in the mail. I don't think it's got to the
I didn't
office
get,
yet.
our mail is so
I
slow.
just got it in the mail Monday.
Okay,
But
perfect.
I did submit.
All
right,
it.
Thank you.
If there's after this meeting, if there's a change in those plans, then resubmit that to her, and we'll take action on it, okay?
But to the kids that inherited the home, it has a lot of sentimental value. One of them was born in the living room of the home. So, you know,
But it wasn't George Washington.
No, it's
So the historical factors don't really factor in,
He
okay?
goes up on the hill that sits on the front porch, and he seen one of the counties come up there, but that guy would not. He got up off the porch and come off of it, come down the ramp to go talk to him. That guy left there in a heartbeat.
Well, I would too.
Well, he wouldn't hurt him.
Well, you never know. The
No.
next time that guy comes out, he'll have a deputy with him, that way he feels safe, okay? Everybody will be okay. I make a motion, we table this for 30 days for a response. Y'all got a month to get back with us, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
I'll second that motion.
Have a motion,
Well, I am, if I tear the old home place down now, I am gonna build a building back there
As long as it's under code, we're good to go.
for my cats.
For your cats.
You'll have to get a
They're
permit.
not leaving that inside, I don't care what they put that.
All right.
You'll have to get a permit.
I
We'll get to that when you're finished with the other stuff.
know. Do what?
You'll have to get a permit
For what?
to build a building.
Oh, it's okay, I'll get my permit.
Okay.
Okay.
Just reminding you.
Do you need a permit to tear it down too?
No.
Okay.
Suggestion with the historical wood in the house, if you do go to demolish or tear down, extract that. Bear Wood, I'm sure, may even purchase it from you to make things out of, being historical hurricane wood. So just a thought on that side of it, to make some money.
Are they still on Main Street or are they?
Yeah. And if you all ever need help with haulers or scrappers or anything like that, call the Solid Waste Authority. And we have people all over the place that can offer assistance on that stuff.
Thank you.
So,
And he does tire drop
and the
off.
tire collection the first Saturday every month over here at Payne's Produce. I have electronics this week as well.
And when was that?
The first Saturday every month.
First Saturday.
No rims though.
Yeah, no rims, just tires. Yeah.
And all that vegetation they're talking about, that ain't on me, that ain't in my yard. That's on the state road.
All right.
From the house.
We can't get them to do anything either, so we feel with you.
we can't even get them to fix the road.
I've lived up there all my life, and I was there for 47 years in that place, and now someone just comes and sticks their nose in.
I know
Oh, boy.
boy.
They messed with the wrong one.
it. I know it. You have a good day.
I ain't no pain, I'm a salad. But I can be a pain.
We see that.
Thank you for the.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
all right,
And that's all I did.
we had a motion, we had a second, 30 days for a plan for 2026-02, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, our next case is Daea case 2026-04, and that is at 156 Rockwood Drive in Bancroft. We received a complaint February 12th regarding an open and abandoned structure and stray animals seen on the premises. The inspection found debris on the property. The landowner is deceased, and a notice of complaint was mailed via certified mail to his stepmother in Florida, who is his next of kin. She received that March the 11th. Relative did contact us on March 20th and March 31st, and she gave a written update that she's working on obtaining dumpsters to try and get the property cleaned up as well. So I don't know if you remember the man that they had found in Bancroft that had passed away on the hillside. That was his property.
Right.
So it was a puzzle to find whom's to contact.
Is she local?
Yes, she is. She works midnights, and she says she also has a chronic illness. Her name is Terry Harmon. She said she contacted Mountain State Waste to resume services at the address to help make cleanup go faster. She works 6 days a week and on night shift. And she gave me all of her contact information, and she apologized for the condition, and she is going to work on getting it cleaned up.
So about 10 days ago, she promised us a timeline, but we just haven't received it yet.
Correct.
If you get in contact with her, share her my information.
I'll email her back with that info.
And with we've got a free dump day coming up, April 18th, and things like that too, so there's other options coming up as well.
Okay.
I believe it is that building out back.
Half of one.
It's a half of one, yeah.
That's, I mean, it's, with a little work, be a cute little place.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
It's work back.
You know, weekends worth of work, and the thing would be good, you know. I mean, that building out back needs some attention, but, just the, debris and such.
New windows, you'd be good to go.
Yeah, the
I
windows.
motion, we give 30 days to get a plan of action and get a solid line of communication with the current responsible party.
Got it.
I'll second that.
Have a motion, have a second for allowing 30 more days for a plan of action for Daea case 2026-04. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Daea case 2026-05, and that is at 3 Carriageway in Hurricane. We received a complaint March the 9th regarding a dilapidated structure, and our inspection found a vacant structure with debris and refuse all around the property. A notice of complaint has been mailed via certified mail to the landowner, but it has not been delivered. I do know that the man's name is Daniel Dillon, and he had issues with the HOA that was previously in place at Carriageway, and they said he just stopped communicating. So I'm not sure if it's a matter of he just doesn't want to deal with them or what have you, but we've gotten multiple complaints about the status of this particular townhouse because I guess all of the attics are connected.
Yeah.
So they're getting raccoons, wildlife, all throughout the townhouse. So,
We have a fire there.
yeah,
Take all.
No, we can't deliberate those since,
right.
okay.
I know a lady who lives in this area, one of these townhomes, not this one. And I asked her if they had an HOA, and she said, no, not anymore. She said, new owner. I said, well, who takes care of property? I said, I'd noticed that, I didn't tell her what this was about. So
Yeah.
I just noticed the situation. I was in there. And she said, that's a very good question. We're all trying to figure out. So I think there's,
Who owns it now, or who owns the land there? Wasn't that Philip Graziano? He used to have that?
So each of them are individually owned, each of the townhomes themselves. And it just says Carriageway if you click on the road itself. So I'm not sure if it's a matter of there's just not a party that's responsible for the actual land maintenance at this point. But yeah, they all are individually owned. So
Who owns this one?
Daniel Dillon?
And he's not living there.
No, he lives out Staves Branch and Fraser's Bottom. I know exactly where he lives. So, But
Do you see us having any communication with him?
I think so, and I just think it's because if he's refusing to communicate with anyone that lives in that small townhome complex, I don't think he's gonna communicate with us directly, but I can attempt another letter. I'm not sure if it's the dentist, Daniel Dillon, or if it's just another man that has the same name. I need to do a little more research on that. But if it is the dentist, we could also possibly send it certified mail to the place of business if he does work there. But other than that, I don't know if he's going to comply. David spoke to the complainant when we were out there, and the man said that this landowner refuses to communicate with anyone.
Can we hand deliver a letter?
But yeah, normally, to speak to this, softening and gutter, we're not the pretty police, I mean.
Right.
My thing was, and I wanted to present it to you guys, I felt it was worthy of at least discussion with the board simply because they're all connected.
Yeah.
And they all share an attic space. So these folks who own these units to the left and the right are being adversely impacted. If this was just a standalone house somewhere and it had some soffit falling down and a gutter falling down, that's not a Daea case. But this one, people are being adversely impacted.
Well, I mean, it is dilapidated and abandoned enforcement.
And it is
This
abandoned.
is abandoned, so I mean, this
Now,
would fit parameters.
Why somebody's not wanting to make some money off of this, I don't know. Well, why would you leave it sit there like that in
Yeah.
a state of disrepair? I do not know, but,
It's a good rental area, too.
yeah. Oh, great, right, exactly. But we can't really talk about it anyway because we don't have the letter.
Not until
Okay.
he's
I mean,
delivered.
we
So
can't, we can't make a motion.
right.
Are we allowed to, use a hand deliver a letter? So, is that-
I don't see why not.
I mean,
I mean,
do we want to try? No, do we want to try their home address again, or is that,
I mean, because if you know they live out Staves Branch, I mean, if we could have them serve papers, that way we.
You gotta verify that that's the same person.
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, that's
Well, we
the
have to
thing.
verify that they in fact will be there. I don't know if, I think that's the issue, is people get the sticker on the door, and then they just don't ever go pick up at the post office. So I'm not sure if this is one of those instances where they just, whatever, it's a certified letter. I'm not sure, but it plants a seed of doubt with me just due to the complainant saying, hey, he communicated and then he just cut us all off cold turkey, wouldn't talk to anybody.
Now, when you guys send out, do you do a regular letter and a certified or just a certified?
We just do certified and we track it.
Okay.
It's really fun. It'll go to Pittsburgh and then to Tays Valley. It's,
certified letters, for some reason, take forever to be out.
So Dylan's the one, who's the tax holder on this property?
yes. His name's Daniel Dillon. And like I said, I know that there's also a dentist named Daniel Dillon, but I don't know if it's the same one. So, it's not bad. I mean, they've got a lot of property out there too, so. And it's out, where it being out Staves Branch, I just don't know if they just don't care about their mail, because I know that Fraser's bought a post office I live out 5 and 20. I'm very aware of how long it takes, so it's not always a good time, so I'm not sure.
Wait on this
So we don't have anything to do with this right
No, I can just resend a letter and see if we can get a response.
You might, I suggest we just try to do a little more research, see if that is the same one. Then if we do have to do a hand delivery, then contact me and maybe I'll get my, it's not common, but get my process service, maybe to serve that way.
Okay.
So we don't need a motion?
No, we don't.
All right, our next one is Daea case 2026-06, and that is at 312 3rd Avenue North in Hometown. We received a complaint March 16th regarding a property with a potential public hazard. The inspection found a dilapidated structure with debris and overgrown vegetation. The landowner still has not been served their certified letter. I'm not sure why it is in Winfield, but it looks like the post office said they were unable to deliver it due to location, so I can keep an eye on that as well.
I thought there was for sale sign inspection.
Do what?
I thought there was I know this residence here, I thought there was a for sale sign in front of this at one time.
So this one changed hands kind of strangely. It was sold for taxes to WVTA and then was sold to David and Jaden Burdett. And that was in November of '24. And there's no other trail after that. And there's only one address listed for David and Jaden. So, and it's in Winfield. So I'm not sure if I need to just like physically go see where that is. But yeah, we're still working on getting them notified as well.
And the problem with this one, it's open.
Yeah,
And
it's
if it
secure.
does get in there and they're upstairs fooling around, to get out on that balcony, there's no railing, somebody, really potential for somebody to get hurt in there.
And it's still in the taxes. Like if you go to the sheriff's department like website and look up taxes, it's under the previous landowner who has since passed away. So it's not, the transfer hasn't either paperwork's fallen through the cracks or it just hasn't been followed through yet.
Not that it should, but it does take a long time.
Does it? So we're moving on to the next one since we can't talk about it.
This is a stuff job we've seen a few times.
So this one is a repeat offender. This is Daea case 2026-07, 61 4th Avenue South in Hometown. The same day we received the complaint on the previous residence, we received one for this one as well. The inspection did find a dilapidated structure with potential public hazards. Notice of complaint was mailed to NAJ via certified mail to the landowner. They received it March 23rd. We received an email from their legal counsel stating that he would be out of town this week, but he would be back in the office next week.
I'm so over this man.
Pardon?
I said I'm so over these people. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
This is the third time
Oh,
it's
it's
been in
at
front of
least
me.
3 that I'm aware of, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to motion to send this to county commission. I'm over it.
I'll second it. We can't get anything done with you.
Yeah, this is,
And I've even visited this property before myself and got nowhere.
All right, have a motion, have a second to move Daea case 2026-07 to the county commission. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. And our last one is Daea case 2026-08, and that is 834 Tackett's Branch Road. A complaint was received March 23rd regarding property with debris. The inspection found refuse and debris on the property that could be a public hazard. Notice of complaint was mailed to the landowner and was received on the 28th. And I did speak with the landowner on Monday, and he verbally requested 6 months for cleanup. His wife has dementia, and I guess they used to recycle all of those appliances. And he stated that he has no one to sit with her, and that his son-in-law is supposed to come up next week and either help him get rid of some things or to sit with her while he tries to get rid of those things. Yeah. It was an appliance graveyard.
I could, like, between 4 people could get this cleared off in a day with those scrappers. I'm sorry. We don't need 6 months.
I did
understand.
give him your phone number too. I did tell him that you guys do help with that kind of thing and did give him your information.
I'm compassionate as I'll get out, but 6 months is a lot.
So how does that work?
My scrappers will go out and clear off whatever scrap is available. They don't get anything for it, but they're not having to pay for it either.
Yeah.
Everything there has scrap value.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And that's, my guys will clear off property and not for no pay, but they're also not paying for the scrap either.
Right. They make their money on the scrap.
Exactly. And it's a hard, because I know that,
Well, this didn't happen overnight.
No.
Obviously, and
No.
I'm with you. I'm compassionate with his issues.
Yeah.
But them issues are not going to take care of this problem. One day is not going to do it. So obviously, I think the board says 60 days or 90 days is no. And he needs to find other resources to correct the issue.
How would you feel about, since that is a lot of potential income there for the gentleman relative to his story that he provided us with, how would you feel about 30?
I'd even be fine with 60 days, as long as there is a plan of action, some motion within that 60 days.
Okay, we're good with 60 if there's a plan of action.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, I don't.
And it might be advised too, that he's running with that, but looking at it, that's a scrapyard.
Yeah.
And he can't run a scrapyard.
He's on the verge,
So
so,
he can be cited for that, so he needs to
yeah.
put the wheels in motion to get that corrected, so.
Okay.
I mean, some of the guys that I deal with in scrapping, I mean, they are very great people too. They could very well work out a deal with him that he can see a little bit of it.
They
If
split-
he's helping load and
split
things like that.
revenue.
Yeah, there are possibilities like that. I've seen it happen, but 6 months is just too long.
Oh, well, yeah,
No.
Agreed.
I just hate to see
Sure.
the fellow lose all of his.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to see that either.
I don't want to see him, I want to see him benefit from the scrap.
Yeah.
you know.
Do we know if he has a truck?
I think they do have one, but I also think his main concern is just having someone to sit with his wife, just because he said she's declined so quickly that it's just, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. And he even said, this doesn't happen overnight, I know that. And I was like, yeah, unfortunately, it collects quickly, but not that quickly.
Rob, how long has this, as we call it in the office, the fence of refrigerators, how long has that been there?
About a year or more.
Really? Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it started.
I just don't get far enough up Tackett's Branch
Yeah,
to see it, you know? I stopped before I get here, and then when I went on, I thought, wow.
But I mean, and again, I mean, it's one of those that they've staggered in, but it used to stagger in and out, and it's just staggering.
Now it's
That's-
staying.
Because I think people still know him as the scrapper. so
Well,
they're
maybe
still
that's
bringing him
why,
things.
I haven't noticed it, because if it comes and goes.
Yeah, and that's over the
And
years.
now it's
always-
just staying, so now, okay, yeah.
They used to swap out quite often, and now I think people still know that he scraps or will scrap, so they still take him their appliances. So it's just, he hasn't been able to get the influx back out, which it happens. But yeah, there are plenty of resources to be able to help with this, that, again, I think that we could still possibly get him something back for some of it as well.
So I think you made a motion of additional 60 days?
With a plan of action.
And please, tell them to reach out to me for that.
I did give him that information, but I will reiterate, and I'll include a flyer and a pamphlet
60 days with
as
plan
well
of
when I
action.
send out the letter. No, sending snail mail, but I can also possibly call him. I'll look up the phone number on my phone and see if I can reach out.
But yeah.
That's second.
Okay.
A motion, have a second for Daea case 2026-08 for allow 60 more days with a plan of action being stated. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed.
That's all for me.
Anybody else have anything?
Make a motion with adjourn.
I have a motion to adjourn, do I have a second?
Second motion.
Have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all, have a good weekend. It's good to meet you. Spring is here. Go Bears.